Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Here's your host, Cyrus-Webb.
Welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus-Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. But for a radio audience tuning in at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com, we're glad that you all can be with us. Also, tuning in to our friends at iHeartRadio and Amazon Music Podcast. We're glad you all could be with us as well. This is part of our News You Can Use segment here at WYAD, and something's coming up that's very special, kicking off on April the 3rd. It is National Wildlife Week, and it's something you may not put a lot of thought into, but humans and wildlife are definitely more alike than you may think, both when it comes to our capacity for curiosity, but also for fun. We're here to talk to us not only about the importance of the importance of wildlife, but also what we can do to be able to make sure that they are protected. We're excited to welcome two individuals that definitely have made this their work that they've been able to share with us. We have wildlife experts, David-mizejewski, as well as Peter-gros. They're going to talk to us not only about the importance of conservation, but also, of course, where you guys can go for more information as well. David, Peter, thank you so much for the time. Really do appreciate it.
Good morning, Cyrus.
We're really excited about this opportunity to speak with you guys here in Mississippi, where I am on the radio. Of course, you know, the wildlife is definitely a big part of what we like to be able to spotlight for sure. But, David, I'll kick things off with you. What exactly is National Wildlife Week? Why is it being recognized?
Well, National Wildlife Week is something that we've been doing at the National Wildlife Federation since 1938. And really what it is 1 week out of the year where we really try to focus on celebrating wildlife and inspiring everybody out there to get involved in wildlife conservation. And this year, our theme is exploring nature's playground. And what we mean by that is go outside. Nature's all around us. There's some incredible things that you can see and experience. And we know that when people go outside and get into nature, that's a really great foundation for kind of getting them involved in wildlife conservation. And, you know, there's a lot of species out there that could really use our help. And by getting outside and playing in nature, you know, again, people will know what's at stake. And so if folks go to nationalwildlifeweek.nwf.org, you'll find all sorts of great content there, really fun videos of wildlife playing and ways that everybody can get involved.
Well, I love that, David. Peter, it's interesting to hear David talk about, the theme, explore nature's playground, because, of course, we think about that when it comes to kids and even us adults. But talk to us about play when it comes to animals. Why do animals play?
Well, you know, Mutual of Omaha has been teaching people about conservation for generations and encouraging people to spend time in nature. What we're doing now is encouraging people to get out and enjoy nature, get out and be part of nature's playground. Take your binoculars, see animals at a distance, and hold them up close with your binoculars, and become aware of our natural wildlife that lives here in North America that we have such an abundance of. But they do need our help. We're hoping this next generation will make a commitment to find out what they can do locally to help preserve it. One of the things that we don't think about often is pollinators. If you'd like to get you don't have to go to a national park or a state park. You can plant your backyard with plants and flowers that will attract pollinators like bees and butterflies and other animals that are so important to our ecosystem, and your family can see them up close right out your window.
Wow, that is a great tip, and I think especially if our audience may think, you know what, I may not be able to go too far, that's right to be able to explore the world right around them. David, when we talk about wildlife conservation, of course, we all have heard, especially kids in school, about endangered species, but why is it important for us to think about wildlife conservation and our role with it?
That's a great question. And, look, when we protect wildlife and the natural world, we protect ourselves. We are interrelated, and we human beings rely on the same ecosystems that the wildlife out there rely on, too. And if we're seeing wildlife disappearing, that's a warning sign to us that we could be impacted as well. And we already are. And, the conservation is something that everybody can be involved in. And here's the thing. We know how to protect and restore wildlife. We've done it for many, many species. And we're trying to do it for the species that are in need right now. Right now, here in North America, 1/3 of all of our wildlife are at increased risk of extinction in the coming decades. So it's not just happening in far-off places. And so with National Wildlife Week and also the new series of the Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom, that's the message. It's a message of hope. And we hope that by focusing on wildlife play and the idea of getting outside and exploring nature's playground, that people are going to have a positive experience in nature And that's going to lead them to want to do things like take our National Wildlife Week pledge. We call it the Play It Forward Pledge. And when you take the pledge on the website, just simply saying, I care about wildlife, I want to get involved, we'll send you ways that you can do that. And everybody that shares the pledge on social media using the hashtag Play It Forward will be entered to win some really neat prizes from Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom.
Wow, that is awesome. And David, I'm going to have you give that website here again in just a bit. But Peter, I want to ask you, this is work that both David and you have been very passionate about for quite some time. Peter, what has it been like for you to see the way that individuals of all ages, though, are heeding the message and trying to find ways they can do their part?
Well, it's been really exciting to me because I've seen it happen generationally. I remember growing up watching Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom in the Sunday afternoon. Now our new series is affecting a much younger generation. People seem to be so much more proactive these days. They want to know what they can do to help. One of the places I might direct them to go is to wildkingdom.com and see our series of 5 new shows about species that were threatened or on the endangered species list have now come off and are now doing much better. As you see the progress that's being made with conservation about saving wildlife, I think this next generation will then want to get involved. I'm excited to see, yes, indeed, we've had problems for a long time that have to do with animals becoming extinct, but in the past we've figured out ways to solve them. I think the same thing is going to happen with the serious problems we have now as more and more people get involved and take the pledge that David is talking about, seeing what they can do to participate in preserving our natural world.
Wow, such great work, and Peter, we really appreciate that. David, you mentioned the website our audience can go to as well. Would you mind giving that out where they can go for more information?
Absolutely. So it's nationalwildlifeweek.nwf, as in National Wildlife Federation, .org. You can also just do a web search on National Wildlife Week, and it'll take you right there.
All right, and we'll make sure that we link that up for our audience. David, Peter, thank you again for the great work that you all are doing and for spending some time with us today, and looking forward to having you back on the broadcast again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we thank you, our audience, for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live, part of our News You Can Use segment here at WYAD. Until next time, I'm your host, cyrus-webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live. Let us go make today amazing. Take care.